Good afternoon, everybody. I'm back with another movie review. Like I admit, it has been a couple of days since I did a movie review. Well, since I went to GalaxyCon and found some new pieces of VHS tapes and DVDs, as well as a new comic book and a Funko Pop, which I already brought that up in a previous video. So, if you couldn't tell by the title and thumbnail of this video, today I'm gonna be sharing my thoughts on a movie starring Damon Wayans, if I'm saying that right, and Adam Sandler in BULLETPROOf. And yeah, better let this sink in so you know what this movie's about. You know what? I'll just tell you what this is about. Two of Hollywood's hottest comic actors have just become the wildest partner in crime to ever hit the streets of LA. Damon Wayans and Adam Sandler star in this hilarious saga of a cop, a crook, and a beautiful friendship gone sour. Once inseparable pals, Archie Mose and Rock Keats, find themselves on opposite sides of the law, each feeling betrayed by the other, and in fact, only one person hates them more than they hate each other is a ruthless drug kingpin, Frank Collin. Who, man, what a name. Who wants to put them both 6 feet under. Now, through a strange twist of fate, Moses and Keats are on the run together. With a little luck, bungling boys just might get out of this one alive, if they don't kill each other first. Co-starring sexy Kristen Wilson, which is obviously her right here, and featuring an awesome soundtrack. BULLETPROOf is a fierce, fast action comedy that'll blow you away. Well, after watching dozens of clips of the film on YouTube, as well as watching it for the very first time, I can totally see how and why this would become a great movie. This is like Rush Hour, but to the extreme. You think of the Rush Hour movies, the Indiana Jones movies, and Paul Blart Mall Cop got mixed into a blender and came out with this one. And you can honestly tell how and why this would become a great movie. Great action sequences, great jokes, which sadly I'm not gonna tell right now because I don't want this video to get demonetized. Great casting choices, and a great music score. And you know, even though I just got started to know this movie, I can totally see why this is a funny movie. Now, I think I might have mentioned this before in some of my other videos, but I am very familiar with who Adam Sandler is. He is a comedic actor who's been in like a lot of movies like Happy Gilmore, Hubie Halloween, and yes, that is an actual Netflix movie. And he was the voice of Dracula in all 3 Hotel Transylvania movies in a row. Well, except for the 4th film because Brian Hall became the voice of Dracula. But aside from that, I have been familiar with Adam Sandler. Even if he doesn't make a lot of great movies, he's still a comedic actor. He's sort of like Robin Williams. As for Damon Wayans himself, who plays Rock Keats, this is actually the first time that I've ever been familiar with him. Yeah, this is the first movie that I actually know, because I don't even know what other movies I don't know what other movies and TV shows he was in before and after working on Bulletproof. In fact, I don't even know if he's still in the acting business right now. You guys might want to let me know. But I think Daniel Williams does a good job playing this undercover cop who busts his so-called friend who got mixed up in a drug smuggling operation. So I guess the two of them had to work together to take down Frank Collins, the real mastermind behind this whole operation, which is him right here. You know, these two do have some comedic moments here and there. It's kind of like they kind of remind me of Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker from the Rush Hour movies. Although I know you guys are gonna point out that Bulletproof is completely different from the Rush Hour movies, considering how this one came first and then the Rush Hour trilogy, which I totally understand. But still, they always have like a lot of hilarious moments here and there. And it's not every day where you get to see a cop and a crook somewhat work together to take down a drug lord. And well, I can't think of any movie that has that type of trope. And I also think this is a pretty funny movie. You know, I'm surprised that I never saw anyone talk about this movie, or the fact that I never saw a single clip or trailer of this movie until yesterday and earlier today. And yes, if you guys saw part 18 of the Home Media Jackpot video, this was one of many new VHS tapes and DVDs, and I did have to watch some clips of this movie to somewhat get an idea of what to expect. Especially one of the scenes where the Rock Keith's girlfriend was somehow betrayed him, and she was somehow involved with this whole entire thing. Don't you just hate it when the person you trust or love would end up trying to backstab and betray you? Especially when it comes to a family member, a friend, or someone you love? Well, she is one of them. Man. I guess Detective Keats should have known that his love life with his girlfriend was too good to be true. Again, don't you guys hate it when that happens? Yeah, I just assume you guys hate when that happens. So yeah, I'm actually glad I got a chance to watch this movie for the first time to know just how hilarious this movie is. And it's like I said a few minutes ago, it sort of reminds me of Rush Hour, but I'm guessing the Rush Hour movies are like their own separate thing compared to the Bulletproof movie. I do like how Archie accidentally exposed Rock Keith's cover during the big smuggling operation at the beginning of the movie at a warehouse, and all mayhem breaks loose. Even going so far as to Archie accidentally shooting Keith in the head. Now, to be fair, Archie did made it very clear a few times that it was just an accident, since there was a big hook crane coming towards behind Archie, which accidentally bumped into him and made him shoot the trigger at Rock Keats. Dang. Now, to be fair, Archie wasn't really trying to shoot his friend. That was just an accident. And I was actually quite surprised when that happened. And I'm surprised Archie didn't see that one coming. mean, to be fair, I don't blame him, and it was just an accident after all. And something like this could have happened to anyone, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying. But anyways, it was a real good, I really had a good time watching Bulletproof. And if I ever find a DVD copy of this movie at some point, maybe I might do like a revisit edition review someday. I mean, I know that it might be hard to find a DVD copy of this movie, and you know what? I guess I could try to order the DVD off Amazon, or at least find it in the DVD section in Walmart or Target. Now, I know that Adam Sandler is still working on other movies right now after working on the Bulletproof movie. I mean, heck, I already mentioned Happy Gilmore, the first 3 Hotel Transylvania movies, and Hubie Halloween, for example. But I'm still not sure what Damon Wayans is doing right now. Again, I'm not sure if he's retired from acting or if he's still in the movie business. Who knows? But I'll give this movie 5 police badges out of 5, since that's how great this movie is. And you can tell that the cast and crew really seem to have a good time with this movie. Heck, I bet whenever Adam Sandler and Damon Wayans are at a comic book convention together, or at least one of them, they might have. I bet a lot of people asked them what it was like to work on the Bulletproof movie. And I'm sure they'll tell you about their experience in their own words. And I also like how most of the movie takes place around a desert area in California, and the rest taking place in Mexico. Seem like very interesting places to film a movie, mainly a cop movie. So, do you guys have any thoughts on this movie? You can always let me know down in the comments below. And it still feels great to review some more movies again. And you know, I promise I'll do a better job knowing more about Damon Wayans' film career compared to Adam Sandler, since I was mostly familiar with Adam Sandler a lot more than Damon Wayans. And I assumed he's like a pretty cool guy to hang out with, rather as a friend or a relative, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying.